She twisted the metal key so hard the whole car shook, and I heard her scream, "Why won't this stupid thing open? I paid for a master key." I stepped out of my garage, still holding my morning coffee, and froze. She was bent over my patrol SUV, pushing some cheap golden key into the driver door like she owned the whole street. When she noticed me, she didn't even stop. She just yelled, "You! Get back inside! I'm performing an HOA inspection." I didn't move. "That's my car," I said calmly. She glared like I had insulted her. "No, it's not. This vehicle is in violation of community color rules. Dark vehicles are not allowed on driveways. I already warned you." I almost laughed. This lady had taped a fake HOA warning on my door last week, written with a blue pen and crooked lines. Before I could speak, she pulled out her phone, walked right up to my face and said, "If you take one more step toward me, I'll call 911 and report you for theft." Theft of my own car. I kept my voice steady. "Ma'am, step away from the vehicle." She smirked. "Please. I know how to handle guys like you. I run this entire street." Then she pulled out a laminated badge from some online store. "I am the HOA field enforcer, and you need to hand over your keys before I fine you." I didn't even get the chance to answer. She hit 911. "Hello, yes, I need officers now. A dangerous man is trying to steal this car. He's threatening me." "Yes, I'm standing my ground." Dangerous man, threat, theft. She said every word with extra drama, even looking at me like she expected me to panic. She had no idea who she was messing with. No idea that I wasn't just some guy with a driveway. I was the county sheriff. But I didn't say a word. I needed to see how far she would go. My neighbor, old Mr. Jacobs, peeked from his window. "She's at it again," he muttered, shaking his head. The last family she targeted moved out at night to avoid her crazy rules. She loved power, fake power, and used it like a weapon. While she paced circles around my SUV, she kept yelling, "My master key should open this. Why isn't it opening? This car must be stolen." She kicked the tire like she was testing a hostage. I watched her, calm on the outside, burning on the inside. When the faint sound of sirens echoed from down the street, her smile grew wide, almost wicked. "You're done," she whispered to me. "The police listened to me." I looked her dead in the eye and said softly, "Let's see about that." The patrol car turned the corner. She waved her arms like she owned them. "Officers, over here. Arrest him. He tried to attack me and steal this vehicle." And I stood there, waiting for the moment she would realize the biggest twist of her life. The officers stepped out. Confused by the way she was waving like she was calling a taxi, she didn't even let them breathe. "That's him," she shouted, pointing at me. "He tried to force me away from my HOA inspection vehicle. He even threatened to break my master key when it didn't fit." Both officers turned to me, then to the SUV, then back to her. They hadn't even spoken yet, and she yelled again, "Why are you staring at him? Arrest him. He's trespassing on HOA property." I almost felt sorry for them. Officer Reyes approached slowly, one hand raised. "Sir, can you tell us what's going on?" But Karen jumped between us, blocking him. "Don't talk to him, he lies. This entire car is illegal, and he tried to steal it. I already filed 3 HOA complaints against him. Check your system." Reyes frowned. "Ma'am, HOA complaints don't go into a police system." She blinked like no one had ever told her that. "Well, they should. I pay dues. I have authority." Her voice cracked with fake confidence, but her eyes were darting. I knew she was afraid of one thing, people realizing she had no real power. Officer Lane stepped around her and walked toward my SUV. He paused. "This vehicle looks like a law enforcement model." Karen rushed to his side. "Exactly. Stolen from a police auction probably, impounded illegal." Lane leaned closer and his eyes widened. "Ma'am, there are sheriff plates on this." She didn't miss a beat. "Fake, I know fake things. I'm HOA. I took a slow breath. I had stayed silent long enough. I pulled my wallet from my back pocket, but I didn't open it yet. "Not the twist, not yet. Officers," I said calmly, "before I explain anything, I need to know if this woman told you she tried to enter my vehicle with a fake key." Karen's voice shot up an octave. "Fake? That key cost me $70. It opens any vehicle that violates HOA standards." Reyes rubbed his forehead. "Ma'am, no key does that." Her face turned red. "Yes, it does. The seller had 5 stars. The officers didn't know whether to laugh or handcuff her." She pointed at me again. "Just arrest him." I am filing a full HOA violation. You must enforce it. I finally opened my wallet, just enough for a badge to catch the sunlight, but I didn't show it fully, not yet. Her face twitched, confused. What is that? She whispered. You'll see, I said. My voice stayed steady, but inside I was building the perfect moment. Reyes leaned closer, eyes narrowing at my wallet. Sir, is that what I think it is? Karen cut him off, screaming, Don't listen to him. He probably printed that badge at home. I know a liar when I see one. She stepped closer, chest puffed out like she was the law, and that's when she made her biggest mistake. The mistake that flipped everything. She grabbed my arm. The officers froze. I felt her nails dig into my sleeve, but I didn't move. Lane's voice dropped. Ma'am, remove your hand, now, she snorted. I'm performing a citizen's arrest. HOA gives me full rights. Ma'am, I said quietly, you really don't want to do this. Oh, I do, she hissed. You're finished. I slid my wallet fully open, and the officers stepped back at the same time. Sheriff badge, real, official, gleaming. Karen's mouth fell open. Her whole body locked like her brain refused the truth. I whispered the line she wasn't ready for. You just tried to arrest the sheriff on his own driveway. Her master key fell from her hand and hit the concrete with a tiny metallic click, the sound of her fake power shattering. For a few long seconds, she didn't breathe. Her eyes stayed locked on the badge like it was something impossible, something her world had no space for. Then she whispered, almost shaking, No, this can't be real. HOA rules. They give me authority over everything. I stepped forward just a little. Karen, HOA can't override the law. And it definitely can't override my driveway. Officer Reyes gently moved beside her. Ma'am, you need to step back and keep your hands where we can see them. But she wasn't listening. She was mumbling, shaking her head, clinging to her last bit of fantasy. He parked it wrong. He didn't follow color rules. I have power, I do. Then she snapped. You lied. You tricked me. I kept my voice calm. You trespassed, tried to enter a sheriff vehicle, filed a false report, and grabbed an officer of the law. I didn't trick you. You exposed yourself. Her breathing grew fast. I didn't mean to call 911. They forced me. He forced me, this whole street. Reyes cut in gently. Ma'am, the entire call was recorded. The truth finally hit her. She stumbled back like her legs wanted to give up. And right then, the HOA president, Mr. Collins, came jogging down the sidewalk, sweating like he had run through a storm. What's going on? Why are police here? Karen pointed at him with wild eyes. Tell them. Tell them I'm the field enforcer. Tell them I have master key rights. He stared at her, confused. We don't have a field enforcer. She froze again. And we definitely don't have master keys. He looked at my SUV and swallowed hard. Oh no, ma'am, what did you do? She backed away from all of us. This isn't fair. I was trying to clean this neighborhood. I bring order. I bring peace. I stepped closer, steady, calm, unshaken. You brought fear. That's not the same thing. She tried to turn and run, but Lane moved fast and caught her wrists. Ma'am, you're under arrest for filing a false police report, trespassing, attempted vehicle entry, and assault on a sheriff. She screamed once, sharp, broken, but no one moved to help her. As the officers guided her toward the patrol car, she twisted back toward me. You ruined everything. This street needs me. I shook my head. No, this street needs peace. And the law. They placed her in the back seat, and the door shut with a heavy thud, one that felt like the whole neighborhood finally exhaled. Mr. Jacobs came out from his porch, wiping sweat from his forehead. We're finally safe from her, he said. You handled her better than anyone could. I shrugged softly. Just doing my job. On duty or off? Reyes offered a small smile. Sheriff, you want us to tow this lady's car too? It's parked halfway on the sidewalk. I couldn't help the small laugh. If it's breaking the law, do what's right. They nodded and got to work. As Karen's voice faded inside the car, the sun came out, warming the driveway. For the first time in months, the street felt quiet. Normal. Free. I looked at my SUV, still shining, still mine, still untouched by her fake key. Then I whispered something only the wind needed to hear. I didn't serve this country just to be told I can't park on my own land. And with that, the neighborhood finally belonged to the people again. Not to the noise of one woman who thought she ruled it. Justice wasn't loud. It was steady. And today, it won.